there, and welcome back to episode 2, all about freelancing online. Who can work online as a freelancer? Anybody from anywhere in the world, speaking any language, can apply to jobs online, as long as they are 18 plus and have a bank account and either PayPal or Payoneer. You'll need that in order to accept payments, and also to pay some fees when you want to apply to jobs. There's a small fee every time you want to apply to a job. Do I need a degree or special skills to get work? That depends what kind of work you want. If you want a very high wage, then of course you'll need some special skills in order to get that wage. If you want to earn $80 an hour, you'll either need to be a special coder or have some other skills that are very much in demand. If you're happy earning $10, $15, $25, or $30 an hour, then you'll need less skills. For the $10 or $15 jobs, or even for the $25 jobs, you need pretty much basic skills, basic computer skills, to be able to type at a decent speed, to be able to write English if you're going to be dealing with English-speaking clients. There are also Spanish-speaking clients and clients who speak other languages, so if English is not your strong point, you can also work with clients who speak your language. But you'll need to speak at least one of the main languages in the world, which most of the clients speak, like English. And you'll need to speak it well enough that they understand you and that you understand them. And depending what you do, if you want to do social media management or customer service, then you'll need to speak that language pretty well. But aside from that, and some basic computer skills, you don't need special skills. You don't need to go to a special university or get a special degree or have 10 years experience. There are many jobs where you can get started as an entry-level person. You'll earn less, of course, than experienced people, but you can get started and start making money even without any skills or any experience at all. To get started right away, here's what you'll need. You'll need a nice bio, a little bit of information about yourself, what you can do, and why people should hire you. You'll need to have a bank account and a PayPal so you can accept money, receive money, and pay for bids, which we'll get to soon. And depending what you want to work as, you may also need some examples of your work in a portfolio. For instance, if you're a graphic artist who studied graphic design, then you'll need some examples of what you can do, otherwise people won't hire you. But if you want to do something else, like answer people's emails, then you won't need any examples because, there's no need for examples. So where to get work? How to get started freelancing online? Well, there are all kinds of freelance sites where clients come and they post jobs or they contact freelancers when they want to hire them. And some are really small and insignificant. You might find 10 interesting jobs per month on that site, or 0, it really depends. And some have a lot of jobs. So these are the biggest platforms: Upwork.com, Freelancer.com, and PeoplePerHour.com. And if we take a quick look at these 3, you can see Upwork has 80,000 jobs right now. Freelancer.com has 19,000 jobs. And PeoplePerHour has 4,700 jobs. So you can really see Upwork is the biggest, then Freelancer, and then PeoplePerHour. And there are also a few others like Guru, but as you can see, it has far fewer jobs. And that's in all categories, including coding and everything else that might not apply to you. So basically how it works is you sign up to these sites as a freelancer, you write a bio, you write about yourself, and then you browse jobs and you apply to the ones that interest you. And if you get selected, then you can start working with the client. What kind of freelance jobs are there? Well, there are many, many different ones, but let's just give you a quick overview. So there are easy jobs which require no skills or very few skills, but they have a very low pay. Depending what country you're in, it might not be a very low pay for you, it might be an awesome pay. But if you're in America or Europe, you'll probably think it's a low pay. These jobs are very easy and almost anybody can do it. Then there are jobs which require some skills, or very special ones. The ones which require some skills, like good English skills, ability to research and compile some information into an article, for instance, or things like that, they pay better than a job that just requires you to copy and paste some text they gave you into a certain other place, like data input. You look at a receipt and you type in what you see in the computer, or you copy text they gave you and you make eBay listings. That's a simple job that doesn't require many skills. But other jobs which require some skills, they pay better, of course. And many of these skills are very easy to acquire, very easy to learn. It won't take very long. And I'll discuss that more in the next videos. And then there are jobs which require very special skills, like coding or ability to speak several languages if you want to work in translation or stuff like that. And they pay really well. And by really well, I mean $50, $80 or more per hour. And then there are huge projects, 20,000, 100,000 or more. But these, you're unlikely going to get a project like that. Those are usually given to the big companies, outsourcing companies that have many employees, many coders or many people that do a certain thing, and they bid on different jobs and they get these huge projects. But if you're entrepreneurial, eventually you could build up an outsourcing company too. You can hire people beneath you, get the big projects, and then give it to them to do. But that's more advanced. And right now, let's start with the basics. Okay, one more question before we get into a list of different jobs. Is it a stable job? Can you make a full-time living? Well, that depends. Some people don't get many jobs and they just make a few extra hundreds or extra thousands per month, or not even. Depends on how they present themselves and if clients want to work with them. And also if they do a good job or a bad job. If you do a bad job, obviously you're not going to get more work. But if you do a good job and you're nice to work with and you present yourself well and clients want to work with you, then you could make a full-time living. Some people only work online and they make a decent to an awesome living, working from home. And if you're lucky, you might come across a client who wants to hire you full-time for a long time too. For long term, I mean. So you might get a job that's 6 months or longer, or even for forever full-time, working for some company. Now, the different kinds of freelance jobs that you can apply to, the ones that pay you per hour, so every hour worked is an hour earned, and they're fixed price projects. So what's a fixed price project? Well, the client says, I have a budget of $500 and I need this and this and this done. So for instance, I need a website built and I have a project of $3,000. And after you build a website, then you get the money. Other fixed type projects might be, for instance, for data input. A client says, I have 500 receipts, pictures of receipts or scans of receipts, which I need you to input. So you have to go through all 500, type what you see in the picture into a certain form that he gives you, and then once you're done, you get your $500. There are also long-term projects, which the client says, we need you to work for us for full-time or part-time, whatever, or 3 hours per week, whatever, for 3 months, for 6 months, or for 2 years. And there are short-term ones. Sometimes clients just need somebody for a few hours that week, or for the month, and not longer. And sometimes they just need you for a one-time project. And that might be a few hours, or many hours, or who knows how long until their project ends, or they don't need you anymore. And even the long-term projects, nothing's guaranteed. So even if they say, we want you to work for us for the next 6 months, it might end after 1 week. It might end after 2 months. You never know. So to answer the question of, can I make a full-time living freelancing online? You could, but there is no guarantee that you will. However, if you need extra money, then that's definitely something that you can do to get work. Aside from freelancing, there are also many other fun ways to make money online, including a passive income. So you make some kind of a product or you upload some stuff for sale, and then you can continue making money even without more work involved. So subscribe for more tutorials and head over to youpidooacademy.com to discover many more fun, easy ways to make money online.